All right, I'm back. All right. Here we've got a nice song called Secondhand Nostalgia um, by Occultus Noticia, who I saw in chat earlier. I don't know if you're still around. But it's Secondhand Nostalgia, which I believe from the image is probably about experience nostalgia for things you loved as a kid through your own kids. Let's give this a listen to.
Hit you in the moment with an invisible component, filling in you with mystery, longing for what used to be. A smell memory can't erase, takes you to that familiar place, like you were just there without a care in the world, free with no responsibility. Secondhand nostalgia. The person you once were is gone, living in a world that's way beyond that simple childhood color, feeling like it's now just dollar, coming in and out of memories, feeling how it once was to be, way more simple, easy than childhood friends, like you were just there without a care in the world, free with no responsibilities, like the summer air, another state fair in the world, free with no responsibility. Secondhand nostalgia. Secondhand nostalgia.
Okay, and there we had Secondhand Nostalgia by Occultus Noticia. Very nice chill beat. Don't want to say quite soul, but it's very close to that. It's got like the what's that song called in Guardians of the Galaxy? It feels like it should go in Guardians of the Galaxy for one of the slower motion scenes because of the style of the music. I cannot remember what it was, particularly what it made me think of. Anyway, so here we've got Occultus with, I assume, the child representing their own child, and passing down of the boy, which distorts a little bit. I think this one might have been meant to go the other way and went a bit weird. But, you know, AI is AI. This one's much clearer and nicer, handing over the Woody-style doll. Woody-esque. It's not exactly Woody. We don't want to get anyone involved in any trouble. I do love how the mask more morphs into like the Jason mask, the hockey mask. Is it Jason the hockey mask? My horror knowledge is terrible. I'm not saying you're old. I mean, you're almost definitely younger than I am. I just meant it's like the idea of seeing your nostalgia through the eyes of someone younger. I've heard many people saying about how they can't trust modern media with their kids, and so they've introduced them to things they loved as a kid, and they're getting this kind of feel as they bring it to their kids, and they see their kids enjoying it. They remember their own childhood, what they loved about it. And that's why I took as this means, like the moment of the spark. Lego. And what's more, this is much better Lego animation than the one that came out basically decrying Trump and saying that Iran was winning the war. Have you seen that one on X? It's hilarious. Halfway it turns into Duplo. Yeah, I know. It's quite literally part of the story. It's like, I don't want to get into that stuff right here now. We're here about the music that you're doing, but people think that what we're going through at the moment is what the older generation went through with us, where they turned around to our stuff and said, "Oh, but your stuff's terrible. Our stuff was better." But I can look at the stuff my parents watched, and I can see it was good. And my parents can see the stuff that I grew up and see that's quite good. They see what's coming out now, and they have no idea what's going on with it. I'm looking at it, and I don't know what's going on with it. There's a truth to it. But yeah, your Lego is much better than the official state media output Lego video animation done by the Iran or whatever it was, or someone in favor of Iran, whatever it was. Turned it to Duplo halfway through. It's weird.
Oh, yeah. It just will hit you in the moment with an invisible component.
Could be various building kits as well as Lego. Oh yeah, cars changing direction. That's another issue that Grok has. You say that there were a few things I can remember, but they were very few and far between, and they definitely weren't aimed at the youngest of kids. They were more too early a teen age is where they were aimed. But yeah, it just got younger and younger as time's gone on that they've aimed this stuff at. Yeah, cars changing direction. I tried doing an animation where a car reversed out of a driveway, and it wouldn't. The AI just couldn't understand the car reversing. It would drive forward towards you and then spin on the spot and then drive off. Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball, depending on, with Gundam AI. So this is anime in general, older anime. The anime that I first got introduced to, I had seen anime things before, but the first thing that really caught me and I realized was anime, and I had to do something separate from animation. A friend of mine showed me Escaflowne. It was breathtakingly beautiful. Yeah, I kind of cheaped out on my one in the end. I did it driving forwards and then reversed the image, but getting it to turn. Thing is, I did a scene where cars were just driving and they went round corners fine. You try and tell it to draw a car going around the corner and it will struggle.
You were just there without a care in the world, free with no
Portal opens.
restrictions, like the summer air,
Bill Nye.
in the world,
I won't say any more on that. You've got to be careful about doing reversing though. You've got to make sure the scene is very tightly controlled. Like there's a scene I generated I quite liked, and I wanted to do a scene leading up to it. So I took that scene and did a reverse going away, but the scene's got cherry blossoms in it. So I ended up with cherry blossoms flying upwards. So I had to tell the AI to animate the scene in the backwards direction as it pulls away from the scene, that the cherry blossoms are going sideways. I had to very specifically tell it the cherry blossoms are heading a certain direction, so that when I played it the right direction, they don't look quite as janky. They still look jank. It's not worked perfectly. But yeah, it you've got to be careful about using it, but it can be a really effective way of getting around some of these issues. Grim Adventures of Bill and Mandy. I mean, you two tend to find Grimm's a little bit jank, but yeah, it is what it is. It just does not like scythes and swords and anything that curves. Courage the Cowardly Dog. Fairly Odd Parents. I couldn't remember the name for a second there. It was like fairy something. Halo. This could be any number of Pixel games, but I'm assuming this is the farming one. Well, it doesn't matter. It's really cute, and it really does. I won't say what film it is because same reason as the not quite Woody. But yeah, this is really nicely done, and you really do manage to get the feel of the scenes, if you know what I mean. Yes, see, Runya, that's the thing. It could be any one of those. It had the feel of the farming games. I'd say probably Harvest Moon more than Stardew Valley because Harvest Moon's older. So yeah, we have Toy Story again, and then of course we've got Godzilla, but it could be the kiddie Godzilla one. But it might just be the kiddifying of it that's occurred in the art style. Gojira. Teen Titans. In fact, I'd say it's the original Teen Titans, not the newer one. Which, it gets a lot of hate, the newer one. But I think most of the hate is because it's not Teen Titans, the one we grew up with. And it's a little too zany, and I don't like CalArts as much. Even though, technically, the other Teen Titans did end up going CalArts direction. It wasn't quite there, but it was very much in that vein it was heading. SpongeBob, which was after my time. Fairground rides in general. Never understood roller coasters. They never scared me, which is kind of weird because I've actually got a fear of heights. But roller coasters never bothered me. CalArt style can work, but it's just got so overused. I suppose it could have been. It's because the Pokemon art that I think you were going for doesn't work at that scale. I think that's probably why it didn't render very well. But it looks very much like Harvest Moon farming sort of game, which is, it's from the same era. It's like a DS game. But I think there's pre-DS games. Not a Game Boy one, but there was definitely DS one. Might have been a Game Boy one in the Japan market, but not in the UK market. It might be one in the US market. I don't know. But yeah, it's a very nice song. Very sweet song. Gonna give that a like. Give it a share. Give this guy love. Bloody hell, 4.2. I always feel like I sound so arrogant when I do this stuff. I want people to improve wherever I can help.